Hello, assalamu alaikum, sister, hope you're okay. Just to give you a brief summary. So I've been yesterday we went to Rafah, and it was really scary, to be honest. Just the fact that no taxi or no cars, were driving. But eventually we managed to get just a basic way of transportation. We didn't get a donkey this time, we managed to get a horse. It's just more prestigious. And probably as you can see in the video, the roads were completely empty, and I remember that street quite well. It used to be packed, absolutely packed with people, and there was a market there actually, and now it's just completely empty. Then we reached to the first tent, if you like, or camp, and it was really heartbreaking scene, if you like. There was a woman, her husband stuck in the north, and she is in the tent with 4 disabled kids. I don't know how these guys are managing. One of the other things that strikes me, the lady was saying, is because they're so close to the clashes center, will get mainly during the night, shrapnels and what they call blind bullets. Completely speechless, I just don't know how these guys are managing. They don't get water, they get nothing, completely nothing. They're just so resilient, You go and ask them, how's it going? They say, Alhamdulillah, thanks God. And you ask them, why are you staying here? Well, they're so fearful of going to and I have to describe them as, because they are camps, and they are concentrated. So they're literally concentrated camps in the Al-Mawas area, which is the western part of Gaza, Khan Yunis, Deir al-Balah, and Al-Zawaidah. And then after we went to one of these camps, and again, there's nothing. They have nothing. These guys have got completely nothing. Every time I was going through the tents, I was just wondering, how the hell they can stay inside. It's about 38 to 40 degrees. It's humid, no water. The tents are made of plastic or nylon. Whatever they are, they're made to absorb the heat, and it's just terrible. It's absolutely terrible. I don't know how these guys are managing. We tried to go to Al-Garara. We actually managed to reach Al-Garara. Al-Garara, it's the eastern part of Gaza, and it's considered as a red zone according to the IDF map. But people have returned. There's at least 2,000 people have returned back home. The trouble I'm facing is, once you reach out for these guys and you know their needs, you can't just turn your head around and just walk away from it. You just feel you're obliged to do something, and you feel responsible. So these guys today, actually, we managed to meet the locals, and we've explained to them about the water distribution. And I don't know if you are aware of how the water is distributed now in Gaza. They bring these big trucks. Each truck, can hold about 10,000 litres of water. They have to drive a distance to deliver it, and they don't do it for free. They are charging people for it. And what we are doing is a step ahead of these guys. We're getting these generators. We're going to the wells, and what we are asking people to do, the surrounding people of that particular well, and you will find at least 10 families. We just ask them to get their connection, just a hose of water, and then they can get as much water as they want, free of charge, straight from the wells. And then the rest of the day, I had to spend it at the European hospital. Just because of what was going on, we just felt to be there as a standby, just in case anything happens. We received only one injury of a kid. Well, not a kid, it's an infant actually. He was probably a couple of months old. It was from the strike last night. I think there are about 42 or 43 dead people. We only received that kid. It was a head injury and amputation. And yeah, he was dead, unfortunately. What can I say, it's just every day, every second you meet someone, it's everyone has his own sad story. Every story is just worse than the other one. And I've heard in the media, about the aid which is coming in. I have to say, the European hospital is literally at the Salah ad-Din street, which is the main street that crosses Gaza, south to north. So I see the numbers of trucks they're coming through, but what they come in is just useless. There are tons of flowers that they're coming in. The market is flooded with flowers. The 25 kilos of flour, they cost now about 18 shekel. However, in the north, the 25 kilos, they cost 300 shekel. Why are you getting these aids here when we don't need it, and you don't get it to the north? And then you get lots of these cans. Honestly, I've tried them once, and I swear to God, the first thing that crossed my mind when I've tried them and had only one bite, and I asked the guys, I said, can I see the can? And what I was looking for is, not suitable for human consumption. This is what I was looking for, because they're just not eatable at all. And I don't know how these guys are just able to eat it. I think this is probably will emphasize on the scale of the problem here is not just the damage on the ground, is the psychological damage. It's just from every angle, these guys are being and continue to be destroyed. And yeah, the other thing is it's extremely hot. It's unbelievably hot. It's getting about, from 36, 40 degrees with no water, no aircon, no electricity, nothing, just completely nothing. And yet they are smiling, yet, they are resisting, and yet, they don't want to give up. I don't know what these guys are made of. That's why every time I'm thinking of, going back home, back to my wife and kids, I just feel a bit silly. It's like, God, Tomorrow, yeah, the plan is get this water done, because we have a good team now on the ground. We know the people who we're distributing to. And then as we planned, we will continue. People, they heard about what we're doing, and people, they've been coming, they, appealing for help, appealing for us to do the same thing in their area. It's good and bad, It's good in a sense of people are trusting us, they're coming, they're knocking on the door, they see our work on the ground. But yeah, it's getting more challenging now. But I'm sure, with everyone's effort, it will be effortless, and it will be something really enjoyable. And it is enjoyable because you see the effect of what you're doing immediately, not on the ground, in people's eyes. When people, they come in and they're expressing their gratitude towards what we're doing, you just feel it, honestly. When they say thank you, it really means a lot to me.